Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, July 28th, 2026, and I can't believe it's almost August. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru, Covington Alsina, and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Why, oh why, are Mondays so difficult for me to get motivated? Once again, I was a slug yesterday, so now I need to get on the stick today, and I never seem to learn. Oh well. Now it is Boomer Trivia time. What liberal lion axed universal health care for all Americans twice when proposed by President Nixon? Was it Walter Mondale, Lyndon Johnson, Jimmy Carter, or Ted Kennedy? Mull that one over, and we're going to have that answer for you in a few minutes. But right now we have a bunch of news, so let's get into it, shall we? The Trump administration is threatening legal action or the loss of federal funding against Anne Arundel County Public Schools over allegations that the district withheld information about a student's gender identity from the student's parents. The U.S. Departments of Education and Justice say the district may have violated federal student privacy laws after parents complained that the child was using a different name and pronouns at school without their knowledge. The school system's policy says that students may use names, pronouns, restrooms, and locker rooms that correspond to their gender identity. The district does not specifically require or prohibit parental notification. Anne Arundel County has not commented on the federal action or the related lawsuit. A 64-year-old Glen Burnie man has been charged with attempted murder and arson following a residential fire on Astor Drive. Firefighters responded at about 10:30 p.m. on July 21st and quickly extinguished the blaze. Investigators later determined that the fire had been intentionally set. The man was arrested on July 25th and charged with attempted first and second-degree murder along with first and second-degree arson. The investigation remains active, and anyone with information may submit a tip through the Anne Arundel County Fire Department's Arson and Explosives Tip website. According to the Baltimore Business Journal, two Annapolis entrepreneurs who met on a pickleball court have turned the sport into a rapidly growing construction company. Jason Gelblum and Eric Young founded Back Creek Builders back in 2023 after building a court in Young's backyard and learning, sometimes the hard way, what worked. The company started by constructing private backyard courts, earning at about $50,000 during their first year. It has expanded into larger projects for developers and apartment complexes, including 10 multi-use courts in Frederick. Back Creek generated about $800,000 last year and expects to approach $3 million this year, with roughly 75% of its revenue still coming from pickleball courts. The company now has about 15 employees, hopes to add 5 more. The only downside is that Gelblum and Young are now too busy building pickleball courts to play much pickleball themselves. Possibly the most successful way yet to lose court time. Beach Boys founding member Al Jardine joined me for a special bonus podcast ahead of his August 6th performance at Maryland Hall. We dropped that last night at about 8 o'clock. Jardine talks about bringing the Pet Sounds Band back to Annapolis, performing with his son Matt, and celebrating the music of the late Brian Wilson, along with many musicians who Wilson personally selected as his touring band. The show will include Beach Boys favorites, early surf songs, and deeper cuts from Pet Sounds and The Beach Boys Love You. Jardine also discusses his folk music roots, the story behind Sloop John B., and his new Islands in the Sun EP. You want to make sure you give that a listen. Today is Ticket Tuesday at Ram's Head on Stage, and I have a pair of great seats to see Bilal tonight for all of you last-minuters, and John Karabi and Friends for all of you almost last-minuters. That's tomorrow night. If you'd like a pair, get in touch with me and let me know which show you'd like to go see, and you may be on your way. And you do want to make sure you check out ramsheadonstage.com because there is some amazing stuff coming up for you. And by now, you do know the drill. Please let your friends, neighbors, and colleagues all know about our daily news recap email. It is free. It comes to your inbox every night at 7 p.m., and we'll keep you up to speed on all of the top local news stories. Plus, it's paywall free, and I've got a link right here in the show notes for you. Okay, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you. We'd also like to thank our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Mac Medics, Covington Alsina, Third Eye Comics, and Hospice of the Chesapeake. As for that trivia question, my, how the tables have turned. It was none other than Senator Ted Kennedy in 1971 and 1974 that axed universal health care. All right, now we have George Young and your local Anne Arundel County weather coming right up in about a minute, and then your History Minute from Historic Annapolis. So, you want to hang tight.
Have you ever thought, I think I'm okay, but you just want to know for sure? Covington Alsina is right here in Annapolis, helping women put a clear plan around their money, their goals, and their life. For over a decade, they've helped women turn uncertainty into clarity with practical guidance built around real life. Whether you're making a career move, planning for retirement, managing investments, or sorting through tax and estate planning, Covington Alsina helps you get organized and move forward with confidence. And if you like to learn before you leap, Covington Alsina hosts monthly educational events, virtual and in person. Learn more at covingtonalsina.com and click events, or call the Annapolis office at 410-457-7165. covingtonalsina.com. At the intersection of women and wealth. Advisory services offered through Covington Alsina, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves the risk of loss and unless otherwise stated is not guaranteed.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Hey everyone, this is George Young with your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief weather forecast for Tuesday, July 28th. Good chance of showers and storms today, primarily in the PM hours across the Annapolis region, and some of the storms could be severe with flooding rain and damaging winds, so stay aware of changing sky conditions as the day progresses. As PM highs reach the mid to upper 80s, from there, we'll see more mid to upper 80s tomorrow and Thursday with mostly sunny skies each day, though there's a small chance of an additional shower or storm with mostly sunny skies then expected Friday and Saturday, with highs remaining in the mid to upper 80s, with Sunday then bringing temps around 90 degrees for afternoon highs, with a chance for maybe some additional showers and storms in the afternoon and nighttime hours. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young for Eye on Annapolis Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net/weather for the latest conditions and forecast information for the Annapolis region, so you can always stay weather informed.
Third Eye Comics, the DMV's favorite nerd store, featuring comics, anime, toys, games, graphic novels, records, and so much more. Visit the famous Third Eye Superstore in Annapolis, Maryland, only 5 minutes from Annapolis Mall, or one of our great locations in Lexington Park, College Park, Waldorf, or Richmond, Virginia. You can also shop online at thirdeyecomics.com.
America 250 and Annapolis 250 celebrate our shared heritage. Historic Annapolis brings it to life one story at a time with this week's History Minute.
Hi, welcome to another Historic Annapolis History Minute. I'm Corey Ruth, VP of Communications at HA. Today I'm going to talk about the Shiplap House, one of the oldest surviving wood frame buildings in Annapolis. Located at 18 Pinckney Street, this early Georgian vernacular structure is a popular stop for walking tours and a backdrop for photos, even a Joseph A. Bank catalog shoot a few years ago. The house is named for its distinctive shiplap siding, adapted from wood planking used on ship hulls. Grooves on the top and bottom of each board interlock to form a smooth exterior surface. Shiplap House is not open to the public because it serves as the headquarters and main offices for HA, but let's take a quick look at its incredible history. Built in 1713 by woodcutter Edward Smith, the house predates many of Annapolis's best-known landmarks, including the William Pecka House, James Bryce House, and the Maryland State House. Maryland actually wasn't even a state yet, with the Revolution still more than 60 years away, and Annapolis had only just received its city charter 5 years prior. At the time, Pinckney Street didn't even exist. A stream ran where the street is today, and the house faced Prince George Street. That's right, the front of the house today was actually originally the back. Smith operated an inn and tavern in the building until his death in 1723, after which it passed through several owners. Shipwright Ashbury Sutton bought it in 1738. Sutton's son-in-law, Samuel Middleton, operated a tavern that was just a few doors down. That's, of course, Middleton Tavern, which still exists and operates today. A decade later, the house was sold to John Raitt, sheriff of Anne Arundel County and provincial master armorer. The house later served as a rental property, including a time as the Harp and Crown Tavern in the late 1780s. Cabinet maker Andrew Slicer bought the property in 1817 and lived there for 60 years. He added the distinctive shiplap siding for which it's known today to portions of the exterior. Artist Francis Blackwell Meyer bought the property in 1877 after Slicer's death. Letters written from what he called the Meyer's Nest tell of alterations to the house to accommodate the artist's studio and growing family. Sketches he made from the building's windows provide valuable glimpses of Annapolis life in the 1880s. During the early 20th century, the house became a crowded tenement and the state of the building declined. By the 1950s, it was condemned and slated for demolition. Historic Annapolis stepped in, buying the property in 1957, and began an extensive restoration to save the building. After restoration, shiplap became Historic Annapolis' headquarters. It served briefly as a museum in the 1980s, with the title transferred to the state of Maryland in 1991. HA has stewarded the property on behalf of the state ever since then. It became offices for a private business for a time, before once again becoming the headquarters of HA in 2017. So next time you walk down Pinckney Street, be sure to compare the shiplap siding on the west side of the building, facing the parking lot, with the overlapping boards on the front. And don't miss the beautiful hyacinth bean vine growing along the front fence. Some of its distinctive cone-shaped flowers have just started to bloom. Also keep an eye on our website, annapolis.org, as we'll be launching a new page soon with previously unlisted photos of the interior and exterior of the shiplap house, including during the 1950s restoration. Thanks again for listening. This has been your Historic Annapolis History Minute.
There are more than 500 pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County that need good homes, and they have so much to offer the rest of us. At Annapolis Subaru, we are committed to helping the SPCA see that these animals stay safe and healthy. All year long, Annapolis Subaru partners with the SPCA to host pet adoption events, sponsor vaccination clinics, and community events. We feature pets on our weekly Canines and Crosstreks podcast. Our associates and our Subaru customers show up in packs at the Walk for the Animals and Lights on the Bay events. You can help our SPCA find loving homes for these pets. Volunteer, donate, foster, read a book, scratch some ears, or rub some bellies. Show up for the pets in the care of the SPCA of Anne Arundel County.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.